With Florida man stories, they don't make sense to me because they make it sound like what do they think we're thinking as we read it? Like, we're not relating. Like, none of us are reading the Florida man story, all these crimes, and going, nice, he finally did it. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, follow your dreams, baby. Jerry always said he wanted to throw an alligator through a drive-through window. And they told him he couldn't do it, but he persevered. Last time I was here, I was doing a show in Minneapolis. A dude after the show came up and he offered to split a Viagra with me. I want to make this very clear. At no point during the show did I imply I needed a Viagra. You know how kind you have to be to walk up to a stranger and be like, you want to go halves on a boner? I'm not going to use the whole thing. I figure you can get in on it. Like, I didn't know if he was like hitting on me or if he just had like a soldier's mind frame, like no man gets left behind. He doesn't get hard, I don't get hard. Weirdly, the kindest thing I've ever experienced. Minnesota's like the only place, like I could go anywhere else in the country and anybody might be like, hey, how you doing? You doing all right? But Minnesota's the only place I've been to where somebody was like, hey, how's your dick doing? Doing all right? Okay, hey, keep me in the loop, I got your back. I think white people are the only race of people that like to be scared for fun. Like, you feel me? Not an attack. Doesn't make you bad. Makes you interesting. But not bad, but bungee jumping, skydiving, swimming with sharks, these are torture tactics. Some of you pay for them. That's a curveball. I just think white people get to have a different relationship with fear. Doesn't make anyone bad. I just think it's an interesting observation. White people can have a different relationship with fear. Like, I think white people are the only people you could walk up to and just be like, hey, you want to do something scary today? And y'all won't just outright say no. You feel me? You'll be like, well, what do you got in mind? Can I just throw this out there? I really do think I'm on to something here. The term America, let's talk about it. If you don't know, the term America is supposed to mean having pride in country. Is it just me, or is it any time I see somebody go, America, they then do something I'm not proud of as an American? You ever notice that? Every time, they're like trying to jet ski through a hurricane or some shit. Or they like try to jump over a campfire, but they trip into it. Every time somebody goes, America, you know what I think they mean to say? I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Jackass. Every time somebody goes, America, I'm like, oh, he's about to get hit in the balls or some shit, man. I got a theory, and listen, I think this joke would work better if there were more black people in the room, but let's see what the fuck happens. I just want to be honest about that. I think the term America is to white people what the term world star is to black people. I think it means the exact same thing. I think if any of us hear somebody shout either of those words out, we all think the same thing. We just go, get your camera phone out. About to make a memory. I think it's so weird to shout America. And I'm not saying I have a lack of pride in this country. I love this country. But I do think that is an objectively stupid thing to do. To go, America, I just think it's dumb. Do you think anybody in any other country does that? I don't. I think it's just us. I think we're fucking idiots. I really do. Do you think anybody else shotguns a beer, does a backflip, lands? Rwanda, do you think? Because I don't think so, man. You think anybody else shakes out their mullet, throws some shades on, and takes a 2x4 to the dong? Oh, Cambodia. I don't think so, man. This is all I'm saying. I'm not even saying stop saying it. I'm not even saying stop saying it. I'm just saying, can you pick a better time? What a fair compromise. No, just say it when it makes us look good. Stop saying it when it makes us look like some dumbasses. That's all I'm asking for. Say it when we win a gold medal, not when you butt chug a White Claw. How am I supposed to find pride in that moment? Who heard butt chug and felt patriotic? That's all I'm saying. Just pick a better time. I think that's such a fair compromise. Look, I don't know your love lives. I don't want to know. But next time any one of y'all get to have sex with somebody who's from another country, the second you make them come, just go, America, listen. I don't know one American who wouldn't be proud of you in that moment. half of you would salute. Our country, 'tis of thee. Sweet land that slings the deep. I'm messing with you, but. By round of applause, how many people here have ever dated somebody of another race before? Who's done it? Yeah? Okay. That's most of the crowd. All right. By the way, you're not a villain if you haven't. This isn't gonna be one of those things. I'm just trying to gauge this before I ask, all right? For those of you that have dated somebody of another race, have you ever gone out with that person and then you ran into somebody who just assumed that's all you're into? Like, you get what I'm saying? Where they're like, oh, you got a thing? You're like, oh, I didn't know I had a thing. You know? I run into it all the time. It's one of the biggest things in my dating life. People are always just like, JB? Yeah, JB only likes white girls. I'm like, that's not even true. I do like white girls, but I like women of every race. And then they'll get defensive. They're like, well, then why have your last 6 girlfriends been white? And I'm like, because that's who said yes. That's all I can do. It's like, what more do you want from me? What, am I supposed to date 6 black women that said no? We've got R. Kelly. What am I supposed to do? You feel me? Sorry, I'm not the king of R&B. I just don't understand. Like, why are you getting mad at me, man? All I can do is shine the bat signal. I don't control who shows up. This is how it played out. But I'm from the South. Like, I still don't understand, for the love of me, I don't understand how in this day and age, people still have an issue with interracial dating. Like, sure, plenty of people don't. But you know who I'm talking about. Plenty of people still do. And it blows my mind that that's still a thing. What's wrong? I can't even imagine. What's wrong with 2 cultures coming together? You know what I mean? It's like, teach me about health insurance. I'll teach you how to Dougie. Like, who's losing? Like, I don't even understand the logic of it. What's wrong with mixed kids? Mixed kids are just white kids that don't sunburn. It's gonna be all right. They're just black kids that go to supercuts. You're gonna outgrow it, my guy. You're gonna overcome. I just don't understand why we can't have a more honest and open conversation about interracial dating and why it's not a threat to anybody. It's so bizarre to me, you know? Like, I still think about that. Listen, man, if I had a baby with a woman of any race, I would love that baby to death. To death. But if I'm being honest with you, if I had a baby with a woman of another race, I would still be really fucking excited in the way I could be excited about that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm living it up. I'm taking advantage. Bro, I'm naming that motherfucker Blade. I'm calling him Daywalker. I'm doing all the things. Bro, I'm picking them up off the operating table. All of their strengths, none of their weaknesses. Like, I'm living it up. It's all love. But I'm basking in what it is. When else could I do it? It's just so weird when people try to confront you for dating someone who doesn't look like you. It's like, how is this even an issue? It's even more weird when it's your own people. It's like, how are you who I'm arguing with? I'll give you a story. Long time ago. This is years ago when I lived in Tampa. I remember I went to a mall with my girlfriend at the time, right? My girlfriend was white. And she was my girlfriend, is still white, to be clear. It sounded weird in my head. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure she's still doing the white thing. So we're at the mall, right? I remember she saw something in a display case that she wanted to check out. She goes to check it out. I don't go with her, right? I kind of just hang back. I just do like a general scan of the room. I'm just checking out where I'm at. You ever just look at, I don't know, what's the best way to describe it? You ever just like look around in the room you're hanging out with? You're just checking it out. You ever accidentally make eye contact with a stranger? Like, you ever hold each other hostage? You know what I mean? When you're just like, why won't we look away? What are our motives? You know, you're just caught in that moment. I lock eyes with this black dude, and the only way I can think to describe him is too excited to see me. That's the only way I can think. It's because what he did. This is what he did, right? We lock eyes, and as soon as we lock eyes, he goes, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that gesture? Who do you do that? Not a stranger. You don't do that to a stranger. Who was that for? Like, you know what you did? You do that when you catch Michelle Obama at the strip club. You're like, Michelle! You feel me? But not to me, random black man across the way. But that's what he did. And I just go like, okay, all right, you won that contest. I'm not gonna really be staring at you any longer. And I wait a couple seconds. I peek out the side of my eye and I'm like, oh shit, he's coming. All right, this dude is coming to me. He walks up to me. This dude said one of the most confusing things I've ever heard in my life. To this day, I'm so curious to see what you think of this. This guy walks up to me, I swear to God, so confident. He goes, hey brother, I ain't trying to start nothing, but you know when we see you out here having social intercourse with all these other races, you look racist. And I went, social intercourse? Have y'all ever heard that term? I had never heard social intercourse? That's an aggressive way to say hanging with friends, isn't it? I didn't know hanging with buddies could sound so sexual. I didn't know I was such a heartthrob in the social community. Yeah. Like apparently, like I lost my sexual virginity when I was 17, but I busted my first social nut when I was like 4. I had no idea there was such a difference. So I go, social intercourse, that's a weird word, man. He goes, call it what you want. What you're doing is racist. And I go, racist? And he goes, yeah. And I go, let me get this straight. It's racist for me to be out in public with somebody of another race. And he goes, mm-hmm. And I went, you're gonna have to give me a sec, man. I've never heard somebody be this wrong before. It was like 2012. I'm like, who hasn't seen Remember the Titans by now, my guy? Like, how are we struggling with this? But he doubles down. This is why I never forgot it. He goes, no, what you need to understand is when we see you walking in public with somebody of another race, it looks like you're embarrassed to be black. And I was like, what kind of mindfuck is this, my guy? Did that make sense to any of y'all? Okay, because it damn sure didn't make sense to me. I'm gonna talk about it. I just wanna make sure we're on the same page before I get fought. Let me say a couple things. Nobody of another race has the power to make you feel embarrassed of your own race. Let me make that very clear. You feel about you the way that you feel about you. You know what's wild though? You know who does have the power to make you feel embarrassed of your own race? People in your own race. Isn't it wild how accurate that is? We've all got representatives that made us go, no the fuck you don't speak for me. Get the fuck out of here with that. What? We've all got those. You ever heard Kanye? Are you always relating? Or you're like, what the fuck he just say? Remember when he said slavery was a choice? Do you remember how many black people came to his rescue? Me neither. That's my point, dude. We cut that nigga off like Subway did Jared. But you do remember how he handled it? We were like, he did what? And there's proof? Oh, no. The actions of this individual do not reflect. Dude, we cut him right out. Can I give you an example for white people? I can't speak for you. I'm just throwing it out there. I think this is a great one. Let's see how you do. Remember when George W. Bush was president? Remember that? Remember when he did that interview? He said this verbatim. He goes, fool me once. Shame on. Shame on you. Fool me. Can't get fooled again. That's a direct quote. That's a direct quote. I had to Google that to make sure I got it right how wrong he said it. And all I'm saying is if you're a George W. supporter or not, can we just agree that you didn't feel well represented? That's the point I'm getting at. I think we all heard that and went, he could have said that a little better, I think. Might want to run that one back. So what have we learned? Somebody of another race doesn't have the power to make you feel embarrassed of your own race. Somebody of your own race does have the power to make you feel embarrassed of your own race. Did you know there's a third thing? Did you know somebody of another race does have the power to make you feel more proud to be your own race? You ever seen somebody do something and gone, whew, glad I'm me? We've all done it. Doesn't make you bad, but it's something we've all done, right? And that's what I told this guy. I said, how could I be embarrassed of being black when this white woman actually made me feel more proud to be black than I've ever got to feel? Ooh, that fucked him up. Oh, if you could have saw his face. What? And he goes, how? And I go, how what? He goes, how could a white woman ever make you feel more proud to be black than you've ever felt in your life? And I went, I'll tell you, she gave me a blowjob during the movie Django Unchained. Like, I need you to really process how special that is. You get what I'm saying? Like, look, that ain't an oppressor. That's a freedom fighter if I've ever seen one. You ever seen somebody fight racism like it's a snake bite? She's like, calm down, I'll suck it out. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, what? Huh? Bro, y'all don't know pleasure. I don't care what kind of sex you've had. You don't know pleasure until you've got to watch a slave master get shot while getting your dick sucked by somebody that looks like his daughter. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I wish my ancestors saw that moment. I wish they were looking down from heaven. Well, look at that. Well, how about, go on and get it, young man. God, what an ally. I still don't think she's getting enough credit. If I'm being totally honest, I don't think everyone's really processing what she did. What a moment, historically. For race relations, are you processing what just happened? We should be teaching students about her in textbooks. Do you understand what that moment was? It should say Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Brittany with an I. It should be all of them. Yo, these were freedom fighters. They all had very different tactics for fighting racism. One guy was like, turn the other cheek. Another guy was like, fight fire with fire. And Brittany was like, blup, blup. Woo! Love Brittany. I just don't think she's getting enough credit. That's all I'm trying to say. She deserves a little more credit than she's getting, you know? Just imagine, there's enough white women in here. Put yourself in her shoes for a second. Imagine you see a black man who's upset over slavery, and you think, I'm gonna change that. And then you do. But do you understand what I'm saying? I used to hate slavery movies. Oh, what a fucking bummer. And now anytime one comes out, I'm like, oh, date night. Baby, put your nice dress on. 13 Years a Slave just came out. Yeah, 13, it's a sequel. Yeah, they franchised it. They're doing the whole thing. Get that throat ready. I heard it goes up to 400. It's a great history joke. As a person who is a proud black man that's unwavering, I'm not ashamed of where I came from, I'm not ashamed of who I am, but I grew up in mixed neighborhoods, I went to mixed schools, I played for mixed sports teams. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the product of what this country's actually supposed to be. I'm trying to love everybody. That's where I'm coming from. As a person who is actively trying to show love for everybody, I hate it when I see us get in arguments that are meant to divide us by race. Does that make sense? Where it feels like whatever powers that be are more focused on splitting us apart than showing us a way to come together. And I just find it frustrating, especially when it seems like the answers are so right there in front of us. If we just took the time to listen to each other and realize we actually agree on way more than we disagree on. I'll give you an example, all right? I mean that. Like, I think anytime I see somebody get offended at the concept of white privilege, I don't understand why they're upset, because it's not an attack. And I think it keeps getting mistaken for an attack. And I don't think people understand what it is, right? By definition, privilege is just when the world allows you to do something specific, easier than someone else. Doesn't mean it was easy. It's just easier for you than someone else. That's it. By that definition, we literally all have privilege. You understand what I'm saying? We just have different privileges. So that's why I don't see why it's something worth arguing if someone brings yours up, because we all get our turns for it to be our thing. So you can't be like it doesn't exist. Of course it exists. You don't think there's black privilege? Dog, I love black privilege. Did you know I could go to any white wedding I want? I can go to any white wedding I want. Hop right on the dance floor, start doing whatever dance moves I want to do. Everybody at the party's got to be like, he's good. That's black privilege, man. Doesn't matter what I do, they think I'm good. Let's take black people out of it, right? Take them out of the equation. Let's give another example. Let's say hypothetically, we're watching the National Spelling Bee. There's only 2 kids left. There's a white kid, and there's an Indian kid. Be honest with yourself. Your life's on the line. Who you putting your money on? That's Indian privilege. You feel me? Let's say hypothetically after this, we go out to drink. We're having a great time. We're partying, we're being married, we're getting to know each other. Two random women just start making out of nowhere. Oh, they are fun. Then two random guys start making out of nowhere. Oh, they are gay. That's female privilege. Do you understand the point I'm trying to make? I'm saying privilege exists in every direction. And the only thing I'm trying to add to this conversation is if you just stop getting defensive when yours gets brought up and you start being willing to have a sense of humor about yourself, you would start to notice how funny all of this can be. And isn't the world better with people who are willing to have a sense of humor about themselves? So just be those people. That's all I'm trying to say. You feel me? Thanks, man. I am a proud black man. I want to make that very clear. I am unwavering in that. But at the same time, let's keep it real. I hear how I talk. I went to mixed schools. I use words like unwavering. I'm just keeping it real. I think my perspective as a black person in this country is a really interesting one to consider. It's not the only one, but it's one worth considering. Because I grew up in the intersection between cultures my entire life. I grew up in mixed neighborhoods. I went to mixed schools. I played for mixed sports teams. I work in an industry where I work with people of every race. As far as I'm concerned, based on my experiences, I think we're all better together than we are apart. That's how I personally feel. Right? I really do mean that. I think it's important to say that at a time like this. I think every race of people is better together than they are apart. And if you don't believe me, look at the results of every single Olympics. Why do you think the US wins more medals than any other country? We're using other people's people. We're cheating. No one holds us accountable. Name one other country of one race of people that can go gold in skiing and basketball. Nobody, it's just us. Don't let the racist people fool you. I'm telling you, the biggest advantage we have in this country is that we have each other. That is real. Every time you take time to love somebody who doesn't look like you, the other countries are going, fuck, they're figuring it out. That's why I love the diversity in this country. It's my favorite thing. Every time the Olympics come up, we're like a dude who's got the right Pokemon for every situation. That's how I see it, man. And we're cocky as hell about it, too. We'll talk trash to anybody. What you want to do? What you trying to do? Women's 100-meter dash? Psh, black girl, I choose you. Sha'Carri Richardson just pops out that thing running like an anime character, just... What you trying to do? What you want to do? Men's freestyle swimming? Say hello to my little white boy. Right? Michael Phelps just pops out that thing, just... If you know, you know. What you trying to do? What you want to do? Rowing? You think we ain't got Cubans? Yo, Florida. How do you think they got here? You mark my words, I'm calling it right now. In 4 years, we're gonna have Mexicans competing in the high jump. They're gonna be so good too. Oh my God, as much as we've been training them, oh, they're gonna be unstoppable. As soon as they figure out how to stop tunneling under it, oh my God, they're gonna be so good. And every one of y'all that's been calling them illegals, as soon as they come home with a gold medal, you're gonna be like, my brother, we did it. Listen, I do think I'm onto something. I'm just fucking around to make the point, but I do think everybody's better together than they are apart. I think the diversity in this country is one of the dopest things about this place. Did you see the story a couple years ago? This is real. A couple years ago, there was a competition of mathletes, international competition, and Team USA's mathletes actually defeated China's team of mathletes. And when they showed a picture of Team USA holding the American flag, sporting their gold medals around their necks, every single one of them was Chinese. Look it up, real story. How you gonna beat us when your biggest obstacle is in the mirror? Listen, this is all I'm saying. I don't give a shit what race you are. I'm gonna try to love you regardless. I do care how stupid you are. Now that is an issue that I don't know how else to address. That is a love that has limits. You ever met somebody so dumb, you're just like, yeah, I don't think we can help this one. Let's take them to the forest, man. Just let nature take its course. I saw a story earlier this year. Did y'all see this? There was a dude in Texas. Great start. There's a dude in Texas who tried to shoot a firework off the top of his head for the 4th of July. It exploded into his skull as it should have. I want to make that so clear where I stand on this issue. I'm on team, yeah, that's what happens next, you dumbass. Can I just throw this out there? I didn't know it was possible for somebody to be that dumb. Not that dumb. And I grew up in Florida. I want to make that very clear. The kinds of things I've seen. You want to hear a great Florida story? When I was a kid, I was 12, I go over to my best friend's house. We're playing in his front yard. Across the street, we're looking at his neighbor, grown man. I watched this dude pepper spray himself, trying to figure out if there was more in the can. Swear to God, a grown man I saw do that. I just want to make this very clear. That is a voter, and his vote counts the same as yours. I just want to make sure you know that. I watched him look that thing down the barrel, and he took a shot straight to the eye like an OnlyFans model. Bam! There was a subscribe button under him. I couldn't have hit it faster. More of this! I'm just saying I didn't know it was possible for people to be dumb like that, though. This dude lights a firework off top of his head. True story. It explodes into his skull. I read this article, and I know the point of the article is I'm supposed to feel bad for him. And all I'm saying is I'm struggling. It's just too hard. It's too dumb a way to get hurt. You know what I mean? Don't you just know deep down in your gut he went, America, right before he lit that motherfucker? Don't you just know he said that? You don't even gotta check. Don't you just know? As sure as I am that Nick Cannon doesn't wear condoms, I am sure that dude said that thing. Can I just throw this out there? I really do think I'm on to something here. The term America, let's talk about it. If you don't know, the term America is supposed to mean having pride in country. Is it just me, or is it any time I see somebody go, America, they then do something I'm not proud of as an American? You ever notice that? Every time, they're like trying to jet ski through a hurricane or some shit. Or they like try to jump over a campfire, but they trip into it. Every time somebody goes, America, you know what I think they mean to say? I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Jackass. Every time. Every time somebody goes, America, I'm like, oh, he's about to get hit in the balls or some shit, man. I got a theory, and listen, I think this joke would work better if there were more black people in the room, but let's see what the fuck happens. I just want to be honest about that. I think the term America is to white people what the term world star is to black people. I think it means the exact same thing. I think if any of us hear somebody shout either of those words out, we all think the same thing. We just go, get your camera phone out. About to make a memory. I think it's so weird to shout America. And I'm not saying I have a lack of pride in this country. I love this country. But I do think that is an objectively stupid thing to do. To go, America, I just think it's dumb. Do you think anybody in any other country does that? I don't. I think it's just us. I think we're fucking idiots. I really do. Do you think anybody else shotguns a beer, does a backflip, lands? Rwanda, do you think? Because I don't think so, man. You think anybody else shakes out their mullet, throws some shades on, and takes a 2x4 to the dong? Oh, Cambodia. I don't think so, man. This is all I'm saying. I'm not even saying stop saying it. I'm not even saying stop saying it. I'm just saying, can you pick a better time? What a fair compromise. No, just say it when it makes us look good. Stop saying it when it makes us look like some dumbasses. That's all I'm asking for. Say it when we win a gold medal, not when you butt chug a White Claw. How am I supposed to find pride in that moment? Who heard butt chug and felt patriotic? That's all I'm saying. Just pick a better time. I think that's such a fair compromise. Look, I don't know your love lives. I don't want to know. But next time any one of y'all get to have sex with somebody who's from another country, the second you make them come, just go, America, listen. I don't know one American who wouldn't be proud of you in that moment. Half of you would salute. Our country 'tis of thee. Sweet land that slings the dick. I'm messing with you. But... Can I say something weird? I really do think we should be doing that to foreigners. I know that sounds weird, but I really do think I'm on to something. I think anytime you make a foreigner come, you should let them know where they are. In fact, that is my foreign policy. Listen, I don't understand who's losing in it. Really think this through, all right? Like, okay, they get to come, you get national pride. Who's losing? I really think I'm onto something. It's just jarring to think about, but I'm onto something. Listen, if I went to another country for the first time, they made me come, then told me where I was, I'd be like, this place is all right with me. Where'd you say we are? Guantanamo. Yeah, I can get used to this. Not bad at all.